Hey everyone, welcome back to Learner's World. Today's video is another Did You Know video. This one's going to be over fun facts of the body systems. If you are someone who likes to take notes, I have another fill-in-the-blank worksheet linked in the description box below. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off with the reproductive system. It contains the largest and the smallest cells of the body. These cells are the gametes. Men have more gametes than women do. At birth, women have 1 to 2 million eggs, and by puberty have about 300,000 eggs, while men can produce 500 billion sperm cells in a lifetime. Some women are born with 2 uteruses. During fetal development, the uterus starts as 2 small tubes that join and create the uterus. Sometimes they don't join completely and develop into 2 separate structures, which is a condition called uterus didelphys. The urinary system. You can start to feel the urge to pee when your bladder is half full. An adult urinary bladder can hold up to 2 cups of urine. Someone with shorter urethras is likely to get more UTIs. UTI symptoms are not always obvious. Typical symptoms are burning while urinating, constant urge to urinate, and urine that is cloudy or bloody. Bladder cancer is a more common form of cancer. Each kidney is going to be about the size of a fist. Each ureter is usually between 8 to 12 inches long. The integumentary system. Skin makes up about 15% of body weight. The average adult was nearly 21 square feet of skin with more than 11 miles of blood vessels. There are 300 sweat glands in a single square inch of skin. Skin renews itself every 28 days and sheds about 9 pounds of dead skin cells every year. Skin contains nerves that are connected to muscles, allowing for quick reactions to extreme pain or temperatures. The average person has 300 million skin cells. The cardiovascular system. The average heart can weigh between 7 to 15 ounces. On average, a man's heart weighs about 10 ounces and a woman's heart on average weighs about 8 ounces. Newborn babies have the fastest heartbeats. A newborn's heart rate is between 70 and 190 beats per minute, while the average adult heart rate is between 60 to 100 beats per minute. The heart is located directly in the center of the chest behind the breastbone. The heart beats around 100,000 times a day. These 100,000 beats pumps 2,000 gallons of blood throughout the body daily. The valves of the heart opening and closing create the lub-dub sound you hear through the stethoscope. And there are 60,000 miles of blood vessels in the human body. The digestive system. There are 8 major organs in digestion: the mouth, the pharynx, which is also called the throat, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine, the rectum, and the anus. The digestive system has its own nervous system, which is called the enteric nervous system and abbreviated to ENS. The enteric nervous system is the largest component of the autonomic nervous system, abbreviated ANS. The small intestine is longer than the large intestine. Humans produce 32 ounces of saliva every day. Emotions can affect the digestive system. It has been observed that your gut microbiome can affect emotional well-being and vice versa. Enzymes separate foods into different nutrients. Enzymes are proteins that speed up chemical reactions. The lymphatic system. It typically dumps 2 to 4 liters of lymph fluid in the subclavian vein every 24 hours. During a manual lymphatic drainage session, this can be increased by 10 times the normal levels. There are over 600 lymph nodes in the body. The lymphatic system flushes metabolic waste, which are substances that are left over from metabolic processes that can't be used and needs to be excreted. The lymphatic system, or if the lymphatic system were to stop working, the person would be dead within 24 to 48 hours. The lymphatic system is twice the size of the blood circulation system. Swelling of the lymph nodes in the neck can be an indication that there's an infection of the body. The muscular system. There are over 600 muscles in the body. This includes the 206 skeletal muscles. Muscles are made up of cells called muscle fibers. These fibers' main quality is contractibility. The largest muscle in the body is the gluteus maximus. The gluteus maximus is the main extensor muscle of the hip. The strongest muscle in the body is the masseter, which is the muscle in your jaw. The heart is the hardest working muscle in the body, pumping 2,500 gallons of blood per day. Muscles make up about 40% of body weight. The busiest muscles are going to be those controlling your eye movement, making as many as 10,000 coordinated eye muscle or eye movements. Muscles can't push, they can only pull. When a muscle is contracted, it shortens, pulling on the bone. Skeletal system. The body contains 206 bones. There are two types of bone, dense hard bone and soft spongy bone. Bones are filled with spongy tissue. This is the bone marrow. It is found inside large bones like the femur and pelvis. Babies are born with 300 bones. The reason adults have 206 bones is because over time the bones are going to fuse. The stapes bone in your ear is the smallest bone, and the femur is the longest bone in the body, and the hyoid bone is the only one not attached to another bone. The nervous system. There are billions of nerve cells called neurons in the body. Neurons are made up of three parts. The dendrite, which is going to receive signals from other neurons. The cell body, which connects to both the dendrites and the axons. And the axon, which is the part sending signals. Neurons can look different from each other. They vary in length and shape depending on their location. Neurons are programmed for different things. Sensory neurons are going to deliver electrical signals from glands, muscles, and skin to the central nervous system, abbreviated CNS. Motor neurons will carry signals from the CNS to the muscles, and interneurons send messages between neurons. The nervous system is broken into three parts: sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system, and enteric nervous system. The brain isn't fully formed until the age of 25, and your spinal cord stops growing at 4 years old. The spinal cord is also the main source of communication between your body and the brain. The endocrine nervous system. Sometimes the fault of osteoporosis. Even though osteoporosis is thought to be strictly a bone disorder, it is often cared for by endocrinologists. Not all hormones come from the endocrine system. The stomach, located in the digestive system, secretes the hunger-inducing hormone ghrelin, and the stomach also releases gastrin. And during pregnancy, the placenta secretes the hormones of estrogen and progesterone. Alcohol has a widespread effect on the endocrine system. It can impair regulation of blood sugar and reduce testosterone. And stress will kick the endocrine system into high gear. The respiratory system. If you lose a lot of water just by breathing. As you exhale, you expel carbon dioxide, and you're also exhaling a lot of water. The lungs are the only organ that can float in water. The alveoli in the lungs allow for the lungs to float in water when they are filled with oxygen. Chest movement during breathing isn't the result of air movement. The chest movement is due to the contraction and release of the diaphragm and the muscles between the ribs. Breathing is controlled by your brain. The brain monitors your breathing while you are awake and asleep, making it an automatic body function. The left lung is a little smaller than the right lung because the left side of your chest needs a little extra room for your heart. That's all I have for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. And if there is something you would like to learn more about, please leave it in a comment in the comment section below. Have a good day.